Okay. Hi, you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So Teddy Atlas, who usually doesn't praise too many black fighters nowadays, gave Gervonta Tank Davis high praise. He's been praising him for quite some time now, and he even called these fans on the internet ignorant, at least the ones that imply that Gervonta hasn't fought anyone.
But for me, Tank Davis is in the elite class of boxing right now. You know, he's just in the higher altitudes of the sport. He's in the top five for me. You know, when you talk about the top five best pound for pound right now, you're saying so. And for me, he's there not just because he's a puncher, because he's an all-around package. You know, he can box, he can counter punch, he can go catch you, he can go to the body, go to the head, put punches together. His defense is responsible. He's patient. You know, he's mentally together. You know, he as I said, he's a top guy. So obviously I'm going to favor him. I mean, anything can happen when you're in there with another solid guy.
Is the pay-per-view worthy, you think?
Listen, I think anyone that has competed at a decent level and he can get himself a shot is worth it.
Did you guys notice how Teddy Atlas, he's constantly praising Gervonta Tank Davis, and what does the reporter do? He tries to divert the conversation, asking, is he pay-per-view worthy? Do you think he's pay-per-view worthy? This is something that old media and these race fans have been doing since the inception. Whenever a black fighter looks completely dominant and he looks like he's the complete package, they'll either try to use code words and call him boring if he's not getting knockouts, but if he is knocking out everyone like Gervonta does, then they'll talk about pay-per-view buys. This is exactly what Larry Merchant used to do with Floyd Mayweather on HBO. When Floyd Mayweather was still at 135, if he didn't get the knockout, Larry Merchant would call him boring. If Floyd Mayweather got the knockout, then Larry Merchant would say, yeah, but look at the seats. Some of these empty seats are out here. He might be good, but he will never be a star. That's what Larry Merchant said. Larry Merchant said that Floyd Mayweather will never become a star, no matter how good he is. This guy is asking if Gervonta is pay-per-view worthy. It's so ironic because no reporter ever asked if Gennady Golovkin was pay-per-view worthy, because he wasn't pay-per-view worthy. In fact, Gervonta Tank Davis has done nearly 3 times the amount of pay-per-view buys that Golovkin did when they put him on pay-per-view. When Golovkin fought David Lemieux, he did around 97,000 pay-per-view buys. No reporter asked if Chocolatito Gonzalez was pay-per-view worthy, because he never was. Nobody asked if Nonito Donaire was pay-per-view worthy. And the list just goes on and on and on. Outside of Canelo Alvarez, nobody is doing the pay-per-view numbers that Gervonta Tank Davis does. And I'm talking about when you're not fighting against another big name, when you're just fighting against an opponent, and you have to carry the pay-per-view numbers alone. And when it comes to these race fans saying that Gervonta, he ain't fought nobody, it's really interesting when you think about the fact that when Gervonta Tank Davis is knocking out Mexican fighters, Mexicans are the main ones saying that Gervonta hasn't fought anyone. So are they trying to say that Mexicans are just not on the level of black fighters? I mean, just imagine if there was a Mexican fighter targeting all of the best undefeated black fighters in his division, and black people are calling him a cherry picker. So when Teddy Atlas calls these type of fans ignorant, he's really just calling them a bunch of race fans, because that's what they are. They're decafs, dumb casual ass fans. Now listen to this next clip. Teddy Atlas, once again, he's talking about how ignorant these fans are on the internet. And the reporter, he starts laughing with Teddy Atlas, but the reporter is one of those ignorant fans that's on the internet saying the same things about Gervonta.
I hear some. Thank God I don't really go on the internet too much, because I lose my mind. Well, some of these people say things that are silly.
Oh, it's crazy.
No, they're just silly.
Keyboard warriors.
They're ignorant.
Yeah.
Like some of them. I mean, some of them are smart, but there's great fans out there.
Yeah,
I give
of
you all
course.
the credit in the world. But some of you, oh my goodness, say, oh, he hasn't fought no one.
Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to lodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.